Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 Battle for the Bosporus as the Byzantine Empire. Let's continue on from where we last off. So Vichy France has joined our side, which is nice. It means that we have another front line here. Green Army is on its way. I'm even wondering if I should probably put Blue Army down there as well. I mean, here's the thing. Like, the Allies, they have a beachhead, a pretty big beachhead in Northern Europe. Northern France, which is not great, I would say. Where even are these troops? Right now, they're just going around here. Can you actually do a naval invasion? I don't think so, so let's not worry about that then for now. But we've got to invade our way through Italy. Like, if we can kill Italy, then I feel like our options open up, like, a ton. Like, we're going to have so many options. Is it control shift? Delete this battle plan, actually. Like, don't even be here. You're just on the defense, okay? Just something basic like that will say to regular battle plans. I mean, if you could take over these guys, I wouldn't say no. Do that and then push your way down towards here. That seems okay. You guys should be marching your way through here now, because it looks like the Italians have kind of just abandoned Libya, which is fine. I mean, I can understand that if it means that their mainland is actually being threatened. It looks like we'll be able to get a bit of a... I mean, this is looking alright, I would say. Once we get more units in here, we should be looking good. That is a lot of allied troops that are currently right now in Europe. Which I would say is pretty bad. It is 1943. So, I mean, Spain should then be able to join the war at some point. I just don't know when they would, if they would. And whether or not that actually even be beneficial for us, I don't actually know. But we'll keep on trying to push our way through the Italian lines. You hold position here. You're all looking good as it is. I think you all push here. Just so when this guy gets through, we can maybe take Milan as well. So you're going to push in like this. We'll take over that province. Thank you, Siam, for the one fighter. It's definitely going to make a big impact here, I would say. Green Army also does not have an attack plan, which they probably should. So you're going to push your way down into Italy. Because once we can kill, like, the Italians, like, I feel like our situation does improve a lot. I might be wrong in that. Okay, so you guys are now up here in the north. We do have 857 political power. I don't know if there's anything I can really do with that. I mean, I can develop, but that costs a million factories. Stability goes up. You know what? We could have stability go up. That seems okay. Factory output goes down a little bit. Sure, let's do that. We're not going to blow the Suez Canal. Let's go for some war bonds. Not factory conversion right now. And I guess that seems okay. We'll spend our political power on that for the time being. Do we have enough equipment for anything? The answer is we actually do. We have 11,000 infantry equipment. So we have our DU, right? Yes. We have 11,000. Let's just train like 10 divisions here of infantry template 3. Have them deploy, I guess, on the Soviet border for now, but I wouldn't mind putting them actually on the border here. But it looks like Italy's starting to push their way through here. Do they have a port on this side? They do, because they have Tripoli. How did our invasion in Egypt go? It's looking quite okay. So we've at least secured... I mean, Africa is secure enough that there's no threats to us anymore. Which is nice. So yeah, you're going to walk along the coastline. You're going to walk around closer in towards the desert. We might actually take Tunisia from Vichy France. I'll just use like console command something to take it, because I feel like it would make sense for us to want to claim that objective for ourselves. I wonder if I want to take Blue Army off of this front and just also send them down towards Italy. Like, it makes sense to me. Okay, so push our way through. We're going to take Milan in just a mere moment. Okay, so Genoa offensive is not going great. Push you here. You're also getting pushed there. We're going to take Milan in just a moment. And like we should be looking pretty good. Green Army, I actually want you to be shrunk like right in the little in our little breakthrough in Milan. We're gonna use you basically to push your way down south as fast as you possibly can. Is there anything you guys can do? Well, I just don't know how many units are actually here. I mean, it looks like it's not a ton, so you can probably push these guys back into the sea. Hopefully. Okay, so we've pushed you guys through. Keep on sending Green Army down as well. They should be... Yeah, okay, we got some more units moving in. All of you, like, should be strategically redeploying in here. Just letting you know that. Thank you very much. Okay, let's take this port. Let's at least cut off North Italy from South Italy. It should make our situation at least somewhat improved. Did we take Tripoli yet? The answer is no, so they're still getting supplies over here, unfortunately. But once this front is dealt with, right, we can move these units somewhere else that's going to be a little bit more effective. Which would be nice. We got some German units over here that are basically already dead. Are you the super heavy tank? You are. How do I actually want to use them? That's a great question. Well, let's go for higher cap. Do we even have any tanks? The answer is not really, but upgrade you to be the super heavy tank. That seems okay. I'm sure they're very, very, very expensive. So let's go to our armor division, duplicate this. I guess go for super heavy tanks instead. Only it's 45. That's our super heavy tank template. Just build one of them, I guess, for now. And I'm sure that's going to be completely okay. Send some reinforcements down into here. I mean, the Italian army really isn't that much of a threat. Yeah, we're going to be leaving in a moment. Yeah, go to Bologna. Take over this other city. You guys just keep on fanning out. Take over as much of Italy as you possibly can. Clean up. Yeah, you can march in this territory. So let's take you out. Then an extra infantry division over there to reinforce. You guys push your way through here. Because usually Italy is typically pretty alright to kill. They're not too much of a hassle most of the time. And you're going to all march towards Tripoli, because Tripoli is the main objective here, I would say. And I'll probably just take over all of Tunisia to make sure I can have the... Do I have the state? Yes, I do. Just so I can get cores on all this territory. It'll give me more manpower. I think it'll also probably give me some more factories, which would be nice. There's naval invasion of Germany to Benelux, southern France. There's naval invasions kind of happening all over the place, which I would say is like not great. How do you guys feel about your battle? I mean, you don't feel fantastic about it, which I can understand. But if we can hold the Americans off at... We can hold them off at Normandy. Maybe then we can do something else. I think, like, where do we have free troops? So we're going to take Tripoli pretty easily. And this should be the end of any resistance here. I guess we can put you down back into Africa, but, like, I feel like that's not the best place for you to be. Vichy France actually has a decent amount of troops in Africa itself, but it looks like they're losing a lot of territory, which is not a major surprise. Because you're technically states, right? Yes. And let's just say they'd be better off in my hands than yours. Ireland's joining allies. Look, I'm not too worried about what Ireland's going to do, to be completely honest with you. I mean, if we can, like, link this up, maybe something good could happen there. I don't really know, though. Maybe... I wonder if they even have enough supplies to actually, like, fund this many troops in northern France. They might not be able to. I'm gonna guarantee your independence. I feel like it has no actual bearing on whether or not you actually join our faction or not. But it might... And I'm actually going to do Control-Shift-H. I'm more powerful than you, so let's just say, like, some sort of event happened that allowed me to demand this territory so that I can triumph over Egypt and Tunisia. Which should mean that all these areas will then become cores of ours. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And now we have way more manpower. And we might actually have more factories as well. I don't really know. Probably not a ton, though, seeing as this area probably doesn't have a ton of industry in it, I would take a guess. And say that is the case. Yeah, you guys can move here. You guys can move here. You're still pretty safe. I mean, there's a lot of troops in this area. They still have Venice that are going to have 2 ports, but that's, like, that's not a lot of... It's not a lot of ways for them to get supplies into the area. So I'm wondering if maybe we can actually cut them off from supplies if we take Venice. I mean, it would be really nice to take the city. Let me just put it that way. Okay, next up, we're going to take Breda from the Americans. Like, do they have... Okay, so they have supplies. We know that for sure. Also, are you planning on invading Russia, or is Russia planning on invading us? The answer looks like it's no, and I appreciate that a great deal. I mean, how's the Japanese-Soviet war going? It looks like, to me, I would say it's going in Japan's favor for the time being. But once there's no more allied troops in Europe, then that's when we can start making some good stuff happen. I'm hoping, at least. Okay, let's push our troops here. You guys push your way into here. See if you can at least cut off Genoa from the rest of the country. What if I have you all just around Venice for right now? So we take Venice. They're still going to have Trieste. Are you Trieste? Yeah, just going to have Trieste. Which is not great. But it could be a way, way, way worse. You know, oil? Are we importing anything right now? No. Yes, we're actually importing a little bit of steel. So we could get some steel production going. Would say it was, I think, on 1 factory, which is not so bad. Okay, now we'll push our way into Antwerp. 1 city at a time. We'll kind of push back out the allies. And overall, I actually feel like this attack's going way, way, way better than it has any right to be doing in Italy. Push our way down here. Push our way into Genoa. Clear this small pocket. We haven't taken Venice yet. I mean, that's not a huge surprise. I mean, Venice is definitely a prize for us to win. I think now, Orange Army, if you want to push your way down into Africa, I think that's all right. Take whatever territory you can. It'll also relieve a little bit of pressure off Vichy France down on the African front. We still got, like, we have so much manpower. We just don't have a lot of equipment. Like, that's our main issue. If we had guns, we'd be looking great. Italy, do you have guns? You have 2,000, so the answer is basically no. I was hoping that maybe you had some rifles that I could use when you capitulated, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Try to push your way into Venice. Genoa, I think, should end up falling. So it means all these Italian troops are going to have no supplies, which is fantastic. I mean, the thing is, like, there's not even, like, that many Italian troops in Italy right now. So it's going to be, like, a slow grind into the countryside. But I think we'll come out at least victorious in Italy. Everywhere else is a little bit more of a mystery. Okay, so let's attack these 3 provinces. I mean, I think they are making some headway into the country, which is not great. Once Venice falls, we should be looking at least a little bit better. And how close is Italy to capitulating? They are currently at 70%. Okay. So in Rome, of course, is going to be a major city. Once we've taken Venice, which we now have. And with Venice gone, Trieste is... I mean, Trieste actually only 1 victory point. So this whole area here actually is not that important. Because there's, like, no victory points there. So who really cares what's happening in that area? The main victory points is Rome, Naples, Toronto, and probably Palmero as well. That would be my guess. But of course, we're going to have 1 guy marching away towards Rome, and Ancana's only worth 1 victory point. I guess actually 1 goes to Rome, 1's going to walk all the way down to Naples, and we'll see if that works out alright. Now that Venice is gone, there's no way they're getting enough supplies out of a single level 5 port. I don't think it's possible. And there's like no victory points in that area at all either, so their supplies should be bad. Actually, can I see here? They're taking a negative 12% right now, which is I mean, it's okay. It's not the best it could be. Okay, so let's crush our way through you. I mean, the Americans, actually, they got a pretty decent breakthrough. Enemy superiority is affecting us a decent amount. I'm surprised, actually, how much breakthrough our infantry actually have. I mean, it's nice. I'm not going to complain about it. No, of course not. But overall, I would say going better than I would expect. You push away here. Going to have you march away towards Ancona. Basically try to get like another encirclement going here. You should all be dead in a moment. I would like to put these 6 divisions down somewhere else. I mean, yeah, like 135 breakthrough is pretty good, I would say. I think the majority of the allied force is around here. I mean, there's probably a lot in this area as well. The French are actually making some maneuvers down here. So you know what? Okay, you guys stop. It's like, what's the minimum we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, there's 14. I think half of you guys just go to Green Army right now, and we'll hopefully that'll work out fine for us. We've got some units in Greece, or some units down towards Rome. And I would like to take the city. You march here, you march up towards there. What focuses do I have? Land appropriation. I think you're building slots, which I guess isn't like the worst in the world, but like it's not. I don't think it's that important, to be quite honest. And I'm actually surprised about how well we're actually doing. What we need to do actually is try to take every single port away from the Allies, then crush all of these soldiers. Like, how many troops do they have? We have 302 divisions. We're fighting against at least 400, probably. At least 400. Which I would say is not a great ratio for us. Okay, so you guys march your way through here. I think the Italians are trying to leave their position, which, you know, is understandable, I would say. Okay, so we've cleared you up. I mean, Rome is right there. It's looking like a tempting target, let me put it that way. And overall, I mean, the Italian front is doing so much better than I ever could have expected it to. Are you guys ready to deploy? You are soon. How many heavy tanks do we have? We have 3 of our super heavy tanks. I would say that's not a great ratio for how many we'd want. A lot of British troops here. I wonder if like another invasion of Athens could work. Because right now we got one big pocket of allied troops here, one big pocket here, and one big pocket up towards the north. Oh, that's a lot of troops they landed up towards Germany. So, I think we keep on pushing France. Take this territory. What do we do about these guys that have landed in Amsterdam? That's a great question, isn't it? I'm not too sure what the answer is yet. I'll get back to you on that one. You're all leaving here. I really think we just gotta... if we capitulate Italy, like, I think our... I see some American troops. Where are they? They're over here, I think. Okay. As long as they're not invading us, then we're looking a little bit better. Okay, and our push to Rome is still on its way. What do we want? Engineering? You know what? Let's get nuclear tech. I think Rome deserves some nuclear bombs. Western France, Greece, the Balkans. Let's just attack you with the smallest armies possible so like not enough of you break away. We're at 69 against you. Keep on attacking again with just a single division. Just so like most of these guys don't break away. And we can get an encirclement and we'll crush, I think about like 13 divisions. It seems pretty good. Okay, we've done it. Fantastic. So there is 6 plus... it's 9. So there's like 16 allied divisions in this little pocket. And I would say that is pretty good. After that, of course, we're going to draw our line here. I think the Germans are starting to actually push these guys back. Which is nice. There's also an invasion in southern France. Vichy France, if you want to go deal with that, I'm actually kind of okay with it. We should be fine without you. We're now at 46%. And Kana, I mean, it's only worth 1 victory point, so it's like it's not that important. The most important thing we can do is push our way down south towards Naples and then to Palmero. Get Italy to capitulate. I don't like how well the Allies are doing this location, though. I will admit that. Yeah, so there's 16 divisions in here. They should all be crushed in mere moments. I mean, this, yeah, no, Germany's doing fine up here. Push our way into deep. I mean, Nick, this is... You're all... You know what? Okay, now. Vichy France. I at least need control of 1 province. Which one is this? This is Latium. You refuse to give it to us, but I think you're like about to capitulate, which scares the hell out of me. I'm trying to think, is there any way I can get like another front line against the Allies? Probably not. I mean, Peru is in the Japanese faction, but I mean, I guess how many troops does Brazil have? 5 to 20. Ecuador has 1 to 4. Here's my thinking. If we declare war on Brazil, they don't have a lot of troops, but it'll create another front line that Japan and the Americans have to deal with. So you know what? Let's try it. They'll join the Allies. That much is guaranteed. Keep on pushing our way towards Dieppe. And I think with... like, with the way things are going right now, I think this is going to be an okay time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthnwam. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoy, call you thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.